I think I was one of the skeptics for a number of reasons. Number one, when you talk to NFL scouts, there is only one projected 2026 NFL draft pick on this Tar Heel roster, and that's Thaddeus Dixon, the Washington cornerback transfer, who actually played pretty well tonight, drowned out amongst all the negatives, of course, but he kind of locked down one side of the field. But TCU has a veteran quarterback in Josh Hoover. They have a good coach in Sonny Dykes. Their game plan was to throw to the other side of the field, so Thaddeus Dixon, while a factor, was only a factor in a 48-14 defeat. But I was also skeptical because, remember, the Tar Heels have 70 new players out of 100 plus. That's a very high percentage. The Tar Heels have a very low percentage of last year's production returning. Those are usually red flags for any program. So, again, it's not surprising to me that the Tar Heels lost to TCU at all. It's the size of the defeat, and it's the details of the defeat. When you get dominated physically, it's disappointing because that's hard to overcome against any opponent if it happens again and again. But my skepticism is also based in part, as we've discussed on all of our shows here on the North Carolina Sports Network, on the fact that Carolina's many of its high-profile transfers did not arrive until after spring practice. A lot of people forget that in the transfer portal era, there's the early arriving transfers. They arrive in January. They go through an entire spring semester at the university. They go through spring practice with their new coaches and their new teammates. A majority of Carolina's most important transfers, including the starting quarterback tonight, Gio Lopez, did not arrive in Chapel Hill until this summer because they didn't make their transfer decision until the late transfer window, which is not until after spring practice is over in college football. So we knew about the roster turnover. We knew about the plug-and-play guys. At some positions you can do that. At quarterback, you really can't. Nobody wants to start a quarterback who is essentially putting the official uniform on for the first time in the month of August and then has to start a game on September 1st. Gio Lopez had a nightmarish debut, and to me, that part of this evening was not a surprise because when you're that much of a late arrival at that position, it is almost impossible to be really good right away, and Gio Lopez ended up watching the rest of this game from the bench when Bill Belichick made the move to Max Johnson, the backup quarterback.